Welcome to my channel, which sounds really strange to say. I am making the obligatory first video on the first day of the year, and I am starting before I'm ready. So, there's a cat walking through my yard. I, as we come into this year, I think about words and the words that we use, the words we assign meaning to, the words we use to tell ourselves stories. And I think words contain so much more power than we realize. They define our reality. We use them to define our reality and to create our reality. And so, this year's word for me came to me randomly last night, New Year's Eve, as I was sitting and thinking. No, it was this morning. It just happened. I forgot. So, I didn't have a word last year. If I had had a word, there's probably a word that is this, but like if I had had a word, it would have been something like inner, inside, go in. Hibernate, maybe, to fold in on yourself, to find what's inside of you. And I will still go back there every day on repeat for as long as I can. But this year, it feels different already. We are literally almost less than 12 hours in as I record this, and it seems that the world is just moving on, but I feel a different energy. And the energy that I feel and the word that I want to embody this year is permission. Permission for me, permission for you, and permission for all of us to step in to our fullest potential, to our fullest expression. And what this means for me on a really deep personal level is the story that I was telling myself over and over and over again, the thing holding me back from literally doing anything, was that I needed to be a good girl. Which on the surface sounds fine, because you think that the counter to good girl is bad girl. And there are many things wound up in what that could mean for somebody. But that's not actually the opposite for me. The opposite of good girl is not bad girl. It's someone with permission, someone who is free, someone who is expressed and not being held back by anything. My guiding principles still call me to love. My guiding principles still call me to serve. Those are inherently good things, right? And I can be that. But what being a good girl held for me, it held in my light. It told me to be quiet. It told me to not ask for what I needed. It told me I had a particular role in society that I had to play in order to have value. It told me I needed the acceptance and approval of my family, of my partner, of anyone. That they had to judge me as good in order to have value. And, well, that's obviously bullshit, which I love. Value is inherent. If a small child came to you and said, "Am I valuable?" or "I think I'm not valuable," making it more personal for a second, if my daughter came to me and said that, I would come out of my skin to demonstrate to her how untrue that was. But somewhere between observing a beautiful little child and seeing that in them to seeing grown ass adults around in the world, somewhere we lose that. We lose that understanding of the inherent worth and value that we all hold. And I think that inherent value and worth is really what underpins and enables giving yourself permission. Because if you give yourself permission, you give yourself permission for all of it. You give yourself permission to fuck up, to post a video with a booger hanging out your nose, to pee your pants, to just screw up. And what's funny about that is we all do that anyway, and it's all expected. Maybe not all of you pee your pants, which is probably good, but those moms out there, you get me. But permission. Permission to fully settle into knowing your own value, knowing your own worth, and leaning fully the fuck in. It doesn't come easy. I've been through, feels like hell and back for the past 2 years. And there are still days that feel like hell. And there are now also days that feel like heaven. So, those are my thoughts on this New Year's. Giving myself permission to show up here in all my beauty, in all of my flawedness, in all my imperfection. And just try. Because why not? Who the fuck cares anyway? We're all just making this up. Much love and light to you.